is up? What is up? Man, what's going on? You thinking it's another day? Shout out to everybody out there, man. This weather's fucked up, man. I'd rather just stay hot. Now it went down to 90 degrees and shit. You gotta worry about chemtrails and shit. They must be spraying some shit in the air. Motherfucking global warming is like a motherfucker. This is Vegas. It don't never go below no 90 degrees with no clouds and no fucking summertime. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation. If you're there, I fucks with you. If you ain't there, man, hey man, it is what it is. I ain't mad at you. Shit, for all those motherfucking generational wealth kids, I ain't mad at you. Let me hold something. Shit, so I ain't gotta be at the Court Plantation. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to everybody that's trying to make something better than what the fuck they was doing. Shout out to you thieving motherfuckers too that's out there that's stealing money on the clock. And shout out to everybody out there that, you know, trying to handle business, do what they need to do. Hey man, this internet shit, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this motherfucking YouTube shit. So I'm just recording. I guess I'll just load it up later. I don't know. But anyway, we about to get into it. We about to talk about the Sambos, Jesse Jagzy. I can't wait to get on this clown. We're gonna get on his clown ass. Y'all notice they always putting up niggas out there telling niggas to go vote. Oh, they gonna take us back to 1965. Niggas already 1965. Just ask Trayvon Martin's parents. Ask Tamir Rice's mom. We gonna get on that shit too, cause she was going in on Sean King, that white brother. I thought he was black. I didn't even know he was white. But anyway, man, we gonna talk about all that shit today. We're gonna talk about how it relates to the Court Plantation. Y'all know I'm never gonna go without a day without talking about the Court Plantation and what you need to do and how you need to act and govern yourself when you're there, man. Cause that ain't your job and you don't own that shit. Like my nigga Dopamine was saying, I follow that nigga on Instagram. That nigga had me rolling. He's like, no, man, niggas be acting like sharecroppers and shit, like they own a piece of the plantation. And they ain't nothing but sharecroppers, and that's a fact. But anyway, man, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Don't be mad if you can't. You know what I'm saying? So, only thing you can do is do what you need to do, man. So shout out to everybody out there that's standing in their lane and handling their business. If you ain't handling your business, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody out there that's reading and writing. I just finished A Price for a Pound of Flesh. So I'm gonna show y'all that book. I got another book I want to read, but I might just order another book. It's 2 books, you know, on my list that I've been wanting to. I might read the book about Una George, but I'm thinking about reading another book. So I'm gonna go check my Amazon card and see what the fuck they got going. Books going for the high, man. So shout out to everybody out there that's studying and reading. Read 5 minutes a day. Read 10 minutes every 2 days. Read 30 minutes every couple of days. You gotta read every day. But if you just keep on it, man, it's gonna become a part of your everyday life. That's what started with me. But anyway, man, reading is fundamental and it's something you want to apply to your everyday life. If you read, you will, to me, become a left brain thinker. Be like, well, why we gotta do it that way? Why we can't do it this way? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. That's what life has always been about. They tell you to go left, maybe you might want to go right, especially when you're dealing with the dominant society. As Honorable Elijah Muhammad said in How to Eat to Live. Like, they the one who give you, they the ones who give you pork and all these foods that will kill you and poison you. They say don't eat the swine. Ain't the swine forbidden to eat in the Bible? But nigga at the church, niggas stay eating bacon and pork chops and shit. But anyway, man, like I said, shout out to everybody out there that is trying to handle business, conduct themselves. Go watch Bug Breaking. I still ain't really did a that shit is too deep. I mean, that documentary is deep. He's touching on a lot of shit, man, calling them dominant white society motherfuckers out. And that bullshit that they got going on. So go check out Bug Breaking. It's #1 on Amazon. But hey, man, let's get into it. Hey. Cut this shit down, man. Man. I'm about to play some audio real quick, man. Like I said, man, y'all should have seen. I didn't see it, but all I saw was that picture of Jesse Jackson. Lord Jesus, here the fuck we go with this nigga. What is he doing now? Did you fuck another bitch? Is that why you going to jail, nigga? What you do? Nigga telling everybody to be responsible fathers. This nigga got his dicky caught in a cookie jar. Nigga, stop. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, man. And then his son's stealing from his own campaign. His son did federal time. I think his son is still in prison for stealing campaign funds. Nigga stole like damn near $1 million. I don't understand what's wrong with these niggas. You can't do what white people do. Now, we finna get on it. Y'all notice it's always some black motherfucker always telling niggas about voting and voting rights and what they take away. Go vote, clown. I got this book called Vote Scam. I ain't ready yet. I should just read it. Just on GP. Vote Scam. And it talks about all the heinous bullshit that go on behind voting. That's why when niggas be trying to vote shame niggas, man, let me tell you, I got vote shame. Nigga gonna try to tell me. Like I told y'all before, I remember the sister told me, I can't believe you ain't voting. I don't want to hear you complain. I was like, nigga, my taxes stay different. The fuck you talking about, man? Well, what you mean? My taxes tell me different. Nigga, I'm always, as long as they taking money out of my check for shit that I don't approve of, then I'm gonna be complaining. If they tell everybody in the United States of America, okay, if you wanna vote and you can complain and your suggestions will be taken seriously, and we'll look into that. Okay, that's different. But if they tell you, well, go vote, and they ain't trying to change shit, and the shit that they do change, that doesn't even matter because you gotta buy these politicians, you gotta rent them and shit. No, I'm not gonna vote. For what? You tell me the last 10 years, what has voting got us? Barack Obama? You saw what he did. So when you see niggas talking about, oh, they gonna take away our voting rights and all this other shit, man, y'all niggas need to wake up, man. Just like y'all need to wake up at Tamira Rice's mom. She said some gangster shit, man. She was going in on that white dude. See, that's the thing, man. I'm gonna have to side with my sister. Why she calling him out? Then he must have said some suspect shit, or he must have been on some bullshit. See, me motherfuckers, look, a lot of these white people, to me, when you doing it for the love. You're not doing it because you're gonna get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it for the love because you want there to be a system of justice established. That's a real ally. But if you out here trying to make money and be this thought leader, no. That's that Tim Wise, Jane Elliott shit. Because Jane Elliott would just be an old white bitch in her community if she wasn't talking about racism. but she's looked at as this phenomenon because she talks about racism, and she goes hard about a lot of things, and I give her props on those things that she goes hard about. But what I don't like is how she try to include every other racial group where black folks struggle. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that because everybody didn't build this country, but black folk did. And when I mean black folk, I mean foundational black Americans or native blacks, as Dr. Claude Anderson talks about. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very, very curious about certain things too. And Tamir Rice's mom is very soft-spoken. She ain't really said a whole lot. I know she called out the Black Lives Matter motherfucker. She called out old girl that was on the Breakfast Club and was like, y'all motherfuckers is basically making money off our dead sons. And motherfuckers got to be careful of that shit. Are you meeting with the family? Do you have a relationship established with the family? Are you sitting down and talking to the family and asking them what the fuck is going on? Because if you're not doing that, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what to tell you. But I'll tell you this, though. Motherfuckers better get it together. I'll tell you that. And when I mean get it together, they better 702 it. Because it's like, hey, man, you can't be using people's, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. You can't be using people's dead children and sons and shit and daughters, you know what I'm saying, so you can gain fame. And I'm not saying that's what's his name is doing, that the white dude. I'm not saying. I thought, is he white or is he black? Oh, well, I don't know what he is, but she classified him as a white man. Is he mixed? I don't know what the fuck he is. I thought he was black. Some people say he mixed. I don't know. I don't know what that man is. But the conversation that Tamir Rice's mom said she had with him was a bunch of bullshit. That's what she said. She said it was some bullshit. And here, I'm about to pull it up right now. I'm about to see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Because she said he was on some bullshit. Let me see. Tamir. Let me see if I can pull up the mom. Oh, yeah, there we go. She called him a white man, though. That shit had me dying laughing. Let me see. Tamir Rice's mom slammed Sean King in a scathing social media post calling him a self-centered person who can't be trusted and a white man acting black. Maybe he is white. Oh, he's a mulatto. Samaria Rice was apparently set off by King publishing details of a conversation they had after she previously blasted King and others, accusing them of benefiting from the death of her 12-year-old son who was shot by Cleveland police while playing with a toy gun. Facts. Why do you think it is so important to tell folks we had a conversation? Rice wrote in the Instagram post addressing to King. Well, we talked and everything that we said was very toxic, uncomfortable to me to hear that you raised additional money and then say you did not want to bother me. Personally, I don't understand how you sleep at night, she wrote. I never gave you permission to raise nothing. Rice went on, along with the United States, you robbed me for the death of my son. I'm glad she going on. That's what he get. Call these motherfuckers out. These motherfuckers doing some suspect shit. Call their ass out. It was a much needed conversation, he wrote on the page for the episode. I learned a lot, I listened a lot. Share my heart edge. We will continue to fight to get justice and accountability for Tamir. My bad, I called him Tamar. Tamir. Calling her the motherfucking Braxton bitch. Samaria Rice stated the Tamir Rice Foundation in 2017, 3 years ago after the death of her son. Rice and King apparently fell out over King's fundraising efforts in the name of Tamir. In a post on his website Tuesday, King outlined how he had raised a total of about $125,000 through several fundraisers and didn't receive a penny for his efforts. He also had nothing to do with the disbursement of the money, he stated. He added that Rice may have been misled about his efforts. That's why you got to have better communication with people that you're doing shit for, so then those type of things won't happen. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the times, man, people be doing shit for people, and then when the shit go belly up, and they ain't really have great communication with the person you're doing it with, I ain't lie, I'll be up, but I would be on their ass too, but that's neither here nor there. She said y'all had a conversation and she didn't like the conversation. So all I'm gonna say is this. We gotta be mindful. I think we have to, in my personal opinion, we have to have tact. We have to understand that we're dealing with people's personal lives and the lives of their loved ones, and we can't just be out, oh, I'm gonna raise money. If that person is not in full agreements and y'all fall out, you need to turn it over to their hands and let them do it. And stop walking away like you don't know what the fuck is going on. A lot of these people, man, we be thinking that they social activists. I don't know Sean King, so I don't know none of them motherfuckers, man. I just know when a person's mother comes out and says, you know, that conversation wasn't really what it is and you bogus, sometimes you gotta look at that like, well, why'd she say you bogus? Because for Tamir Rice's mom is very soft-spoken. It ain't like she be on there on no bullshit. And she's calling out her perspective of what she see. And I think a lot of black people should learn from this. A lot of black people need to start checking themselves when they jumping out there in the limelight, using dead people's children. You know, you using their dead children, daughters and sons, to kind of gain fame. And a lot of motherfuckers gotta stop doing that shit, man. Because motherfuckers want to cloud chase and want to get followers on Instagram, man. Stop doing all that shit, man. A lot of these parents, they gonna start calling y'all niggas out. If y'all not really trying to help these kids, man, stop. Everybody want to so-called speak up on it, and everybody want to gain fame from it, but motherfuckers don't want to go through the storm and the rain for it. How many people are really checking on this woman? How many people are really seeing how she feel and what she going through? No, motherfuckers. How many people are still dealing with Darren Wilson and making sure that he go to prison and making sure he don't ever work for no motherfucking police department, have him execute Mike Brown? Nobody even worried about that shit. How many people are worried about Oscar Grant or Philando Castile? Only reason why Minnesota's acting the way they're acting because George Floyd got murdered on national television, basically. That's all that was. So they don't want to be that city and they don't want to be that state that's like, oh, we not like that. But it's like, why nobody say anything about Philando? I always talk about Philando Castile. That was on Facebook Live. He got murdered. That cop could have killed his daughter. He just shot in the car. And motherfuckers always want to talk about police reform and all this other shit. That's why I said the sambos. Because that's exactly what these motherfuckers are, man. Motherfuckers will prostitute their integrity, and they always want to be the naysayer and the gatekeeper. You know, they want to do the brokeraging between you and the white folk. And then a lot of times they don't even really be speaking upon, they don't speak on black folks' behalf. What they do is they go in there and they leverage and lobby for their shit. They not speaking up on establishing the system of justice. That's why most black politicians, they be talking about, I'm everybody's politician. You know what I'm saying? I'm everybody's alderman. I'm everybody's councilman or commissioner. You know what I'm saying? But when white folk get in there, do you hear white people talking about, I'm everybody's commissioner? Man, white people don't give a fuck about no niggas. That's why niggas be wake the fuck up, man, understand what the fuck is going on, man. These people don't care about you like that. And they've never intended on trying to make you feel like they care. It's just black folk, we feel like we gotta like them or something. No, man. This is about business. This ain't about liking these motherfuckers, man. Motherfuckers be like, oh, man, no, man. I got some audio I'm about to play of Messy Jesse Jackson. Allegedly they got arrested or whatever. That's what I read. I ain't listened to the video. That's what I read. Him and that bishop or pastor or wherever he is, motherfucker, he get his old big ass off of TV. Nigga, you need to start eating them motherfucking pork chops, nigga. But anyway, yeah, let me see. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the shit don't be playing and shit. It'll play and then sometimes it don't play. Then it'll play motherfucking commercials and shit. Nah, nigga, this ain't CBS.
You came here to talk about something that is a theory, which is that there is a very critical moment for race in this country, which is if you don't stop these laws.
See, they be trying to blame it on the laws a lot of the times, but a lot of the times I place it in the hands of the dominant society, even though they dominate labor and law. But a lot of the times, the dominant society, they know what they're doing. They're complicit in it too. It's like working at the corn plantation. All you have to do is just play the victim. If you're a black person, just play the victim and just, you know, Act surprised and play the victim and ask the questions. As Nelly Fuller Jr. says, always start a conversation off with a question. Because you can't speak matter-of-factly, and for one thing, you have to understand this is not, you don't own it. This ain't your business. This is their business, and they're on code, and they're going to be on code with each other, and not you. So you can't go on there having this mad dog mentality and thinking that you're going to bully people. No, that's not how it works. You have to be the victim. You're the victim anyway of racism and white supremacy. So why not be the victim when you're at the court plantation? You better be the victim, because that's all you ever going to be.
From abridging the right to vote, and there's almost none of them that makes it easier to vote, you are going to take us back to 1960, 1961, 1962. It was worth getting arrested for you. What do you want people to know?
They got arrested. Man, stop. You don't think those cops, they told those cops, hey, just arrest them. They're trying to prove a point to change the law. So you're going to arrest them and, put them in jail, and then they're going to be let out. Stop. Stop. Messy Jesse Jackson don't give a fuck about no niggas either. Only thing I get Messy Jesse Jackson, he called Barack Obama. He told basically a pussy ass nigga. It was like they need to cut his balls out because Barack Obama wasn't shit anyway. So you already knew that.
Well, I want you to know, in a real sense, this is about the law, and you use that critical word, abridge. Today, I wasn't the only one that got arrested. White people from West Virginia and Kentucky from...
Oh, here we go. I wasn't the only one that got arrested. It was white people that got arrested, too. It wasn't just black folk, because they was fighting for us, too. I know, we know that. Because let me tell you, it was white people who outed the cross-dressing LBGTQ LMNOP XYZ J. Edgar Hoover, the anti-black racist motherfucker. It was white people that exposed that motherfucker. I already know. We know that. We know that. But trust me, those what are they doing behind the scenes? Are they telling us what's being said when we're not in the room? Because this is what these white folk did. Any other racial group, they not telling you what's being said when you're not in the room, then how are they any help to you? How have they helped you? And not just that, are they trying to establish a system of justice, or are they trying to maintain the system? Because there's a lot of black folk, too, that's trying to maintain the system. And there's a lot of black folk that's like, nah, that's bogus. I get it. You don't go on a job and act no fool. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that get to be on the job, and they get a little bit of power, and they get to acting like telling about the gun line boss.
And black people from the hood to the hollers came here, started in West Virginia last week, by the hundreds, came here by the hundreds today to say, listen, S1 is what we want. 79% of even West Virginians want it. It sets minimum standards so that in our states, we've got minimum standards that these states have to abide by, and they cannot continue to abridge, undermine the right to vote. This is not just a black issue. It's not even Jim Crow pure, it's James Crow Esquire. Because when you start...
How is it not just a black issue when black people are being killed? They're unarmed, they are foundational black Americans, and they are being shot and killed with impunity. But you're telling me that it's not just a black issue? That's sambo talk. That's a sambo communicator right there. That's what it is. He's dog whistling to the dominant society. Why would you get on TV and say that? It is a black issue. But y'all need to look at CNN. They don't really have real black people on there. Either you a reverend and you a bipartisan reverend, you for all people, or you moist. You know what I'm saying? They don't never really have no real black person on there that's really going to be like, wait, hold on. Like, nah, this is such, nah, yeah, this is a little far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll have like Chris Como or a white person who probably got black friends, so they feel like, oh, well, he can see it from their perspective. Nah, it reminds me of ESPN or NBA TV or TNT. They'll have 3 or 4 brothers and a white. It's always white. They don't never have a crew where it's nothing but black people. It's always some white person on there. Always. And 9 times out of 10, some white person ain't never played basketball before at all. Just like the coaches. Why Steve Nash ain't fired? He lost. Why they ain't fire his motherfucking ass? But let me tell you something. Shit. Let one of these black coaches lose. You're fired. They'll part ways. They parted ways with Luke Walton. They parted ways with that motherfucker, and that motherfucker was horrible. Who the fuck listened to Luke Walton? I know I wouldn't. What young black athlete? How could you relate to a young black athlete and you grew up privileged and your dad was in the NBA? But that's the way it go, man. Straight up.
Rolling back same-day registration, rolling back early voting, undermining mail-in balloting, putting limits on people even being able to get water, doing racist gerrymandering, class-based gerrymandering. You hurt black people, you hurt white people, you hurt Asians, natives, Latinos, young people, and the disabled. And so that's.
Oh, so you said the Asians, huh? Look, first of all, y'all know the Asians don't give a fuck about y'all. Go to Chinatown. Go to Koreatown. Tell me how many niggas is over there. Tell me how many businesses over there for niggas. And go over there, go to the west side, go to the historically west side of Las Vegas. You tell me how many Asians over there supporting black businesses. Stop. Go over there to Latino Town. Go off of Eastern and Charleston. You ain't gonna see nothing but Latino businesses. And you're gonna see Latinos supporting each other, which they should. I'm not a hater. But you're not gonna see them in the black neighborhood supporting black business unless it's some free shit. That's a fact. They're not gonna, because they're not socialized to support black folk. They socialize to support each other. But we the only ones that take our money and give it to everybody else, but we're not the only ones that want to collect. And it's the truth. And we allow these people to have these liquor stores in our neighborhood. I know on the west side, Bell's Market on the west side, cross street from the Jets, cross street from the old Vons. You know what I'm saying? In the shopping center. It's motherfucking white Arabs that own that store. Those are not black people that own that Bell's Market. But don't no black person be like, why the fuck y'all own this shit over here? You know what I'm saying? And if you notice, you go to the area, you got a white person there, they're not going to allow no Arab to own shit in their neighborhood. It's going to be a white person that own their shit. They're going to dictate the pace for that. But only in the black, y'all go set up y'all bullshit in the nigga neighborhood. But we the only ones that go for the okey doke. That's why when he mentioned all these other racial groups, don't be fooled by that. They doing that for clout. And maybe a lot of the other racial groups, they do want to establish a system of justice. Now let's ask those other racial groups, are you in favor of black folk getting reparations? That's when you gonna know if they want to establish a system of justice. That's a fact.
We came in moral fusion to say this should not even be an issue. The 15th Amendment is the law of the land. No one has the right, no state, to abridge or deny the right to vote. We need same-day registration. We need early vote.
See, Sambo talk. Same-day registration and vote. Voting for what? Any smart person be like, okay, what we vote? Tell me what we're voting for. Explain to me in detail how that's going to move black folk one iota economically. Like, how's it going to get us economic power? Voting. Because we've been talking this voting shit for a long time. Voting and universal health care, I've heard a million motherfucking times. Health care ain't never changed, and voting ain't never changed shit for health care. So I don't understand what we doing. And every president, every motherfucker running up, with the exception of motherfucking Donald Trump, that they keep talking about the same shit. But ain't nothing changing. Barack Obama ran on hope and sold everybody. 16 years type shit. Not 8, but 16. Because the motherfucker was selling hope before he became the president. If y'all saw him when he made that speech in 2004, so he's selling hope then. He was already groomed to sell hope. And then he got in there and he placated to the white Jewish community. Fine. But don't wait until after you the president and all this other shit, and then now you want to talk, oh, I couldn't have really spoke up because, you know, because of businesses and restraints. Man, stop. Fuck out of here, nigga.
We need people to be able to vote freely and fairly. And so the people led us today. And they said since man wouldn't answer them for a meeting, they wanted a meeting with their religious leaders and voting rights lawyers. And they said, we're willing to put our bodies on the line. This is not optional. This is not optional. We cannot have voter suppression in this country, and especially when we know the voter suppressors are the same ones that suppress us passing $15 living wage. They suppress health care. They suppress infrastructure that.
Yeah, $15 an hour, but nigga, a one-bedroom apartment in LA is like $2,500. It's like $1,900 a month, $2,000 a month for a raggedy-ass apartment in LA. What the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, so you can't raise, you need to raise it to 18. Niggas need to be making like $20 an hour out there in LA just to survive. What is you talking about? Niggas, it costs a grip out there. This nigga talking about he raised the shit to $15 an hour. What the fuck is that gonna do for niggas when niggas rent in a one-bedroom apartment is motherfucking $1,900 a month, $2,000 a month? Man, get the fuck out of here.
All the way down and lifts up poor communities, and they end up hurting the 140 million poor and low wealth people.
See, and that's a broad ambiguous term, poor and low wealth. White people are poor, Asians are poor. No, you need it specific for black folk. That's a problem. You get these people on here, they're not saying nothing specific for black folk. He's a sambo. We're not finna listen to no more of that shit. I just wanted y'all to hear him and Jesse Jackson. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all niggas need to wake the fuck up, man. I'll tell you that. Stay in your own lane, wake the fuck up, read, research, have your own and formulate your own opinion about what the fuck you think is going on. It ain't about debating people and getting into argument. It is about understanding people's perspective and understanding too that in this life, when you're dealing with racism, white supremacy, if you're not trying to establish a system of justice, then how the fuck are you helping? And not even that too, if you're not holding people accountable. So we can't have all these other racial groups coming around trying to benefit off our pain, but they not giving back. So it's very important that you do that. Hold motherfuckers accountable that's around you that's not your race. Like, they get to saying, you know, shiesty shit. Check their ass and be like, bro, what you mean by that? Because that's the only way shit gonna change, man. Straight up. That's the only way shit gonna change, and that's the only way I feel like people are gonna start waking up and being like, you know what? Damn, I shouldn't have said that. Man, maybe I need to read White Fragility or anything like that, man. Shout out to Nick, shout out to Dom, all them too, man. I gotta holler at them, man. Been so fucking busy. But anyway, man, I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. It's late. I got shit to do. I hope y'all do too. And if you dealing with a nigga that's up here talking about he don't see color and everybody need to go vote, guilty nigga, I don't fuck with that nigga. I'm out. Peace.